Carl Jung said, until we bring the subconscious into the conscious, it will run our life and we will call it fate. What keeps you stuck in darkness? The beliefs, the fears, the traumas. They're stuck in your subconscious mind and you have no idea that they're there. And yet they wreak havoc in your life. The time is now for a deep dive into the process of shadow work. Today, I will show you how to bring your darkness into light so that you can transmute it and liberate yourself. The most powerful way to do shadow work is journaling. Grab your notebook and your pencil and let's tackle the dragons. And by tackling the dragons, I don't mean kill the dragons, I mean love them. Take a deep breath in and out. Let yourself settle into the present moment. And as you listen to these instructions, allow your intuition to bring up insights. Don't force the answers. Just observe and write what arises. The first question from the Hermetic University Shadow Work video. Where in my life do I feel powerless? And how is my own mind creating that experience? The Hermetic principles that come into play in this question are mentalism, correspondence, and cause and effect. You might say to yourself, I feel powerless in my finances because I subconsciously believe that money is scarce, it is hard to earn, and it's unpredictable. This belief, deeply ingrained from childhood, shapes my reality. I hesitate to ask for more, to expand, and to take risks. But what if I shifted my belief? What if money is not a struggle, but an energy that responds to my confidence and trust? The moment I see money as an extension of my inner state, I start changing the way it flows in my life. Or you might say to yourself, I feel powerless in relationships because I keep expecting people to abandon me. Maybe it started with childhood wounds, experiences of rejection, of betrayals that I never fully processed. But by expecting abandonment, I unconsciously create it. I sabotage. I pull away first. I attract emotionally unavailable people. The truth is, I am the one reinforcing this pattern. What happens if I shift my belief to I am safe in love? I am worthy of deep, nurturing connection. And one more belief. I feel powerless in my health because I see my body as something that I can't control. I tell myself, this is just how my body works. I am getting old. Eventually we all get sick. It is as if I have no say in my healing. But my body is always listening, always responding to my thoughts, my emotions, my energy. If I believe that I am weak, I will experience his weaknesses to prove my subconscious right. But if I shift my internal dialogue and say that my body is intelligent, my body knows how to heal, then I step into a new level of empowerment. Write down whatever comes into your mind related to all aspects in which you feel that you are powerless. The second question: what emotional patterns do I keep repeating? And what hidden lesson or gift am I resisting? The principles at play here are vibration, rhythm, and polarity. Maybe you say to yourself, I keep experiencing betrayal. Different people, same story. I feel like I can't trust anyone. But when I look deeper, I see the lesson I've been avoiding. To learn to trust myself. My intuition warns me, but I ignore it. The gift in this pattern is strengthening my inner knowing, honoring my own boundaries, and no longer needing external validation. What if you say to yourself, I keep finding myself in cycles of procrastination. I have big dreams, but something stops me every time. Deep down, I am afraid of failing, or worse, I am afraid of success and having to sustain it. The lesson here isn't to force discipline, but to shift my perspective. Failure is not the enemy. Avoidance is. And action, no matter how small, breaks the cycle. So while I am afraid, I know that I can do it afraid and I can break this pattern. So do it afraid, do it mad, do it annoyed, do it sloppy, do it slow, but do it. The third example, I keep getting stuck in cycles of overgiving and then feeling that I am not appreciated. I give and give, hoping to receive love in return, but I end up feeling drained. The lesson I have resisted is that real love doesn't require me to sacrifice myself. The gift in this pattern is to learn to set boundaries with consequences and to recognize that my worth isn't tied to how much I do for others. Write down all that comes out of your subconscious mind. Bring it all into the light. Take your time. You can listen to this video as many times as you want. The third question: where am I too rigid or too passive in my life? And how can I bring balance between action and surrender? The principles at play here are gender, polarity, and rhythm. Maybe you're being too rigid and you're needing surrender, and you might say to yourself, I push myself relentlessly in my career. I believe that success only comes through struggle. But this belief keeps me in a cycle of exhaustion. The more I force, the more resistance I create. Balance comes only when I trust that inspiration flows best when I am in alignment, not in burnout. Sometimes the greatest breakthrough comes in stillness. If you find yourself being too passive and needing action, you might be saying to yourself, I avoid conflict because I fear being judged or rejected. I convince myself that staying silent is the spiritual thing to do. But deep down, I know I am betraying myself. The balance I need is not to become aggressive, but it's to find the courage to speak my truth with clarity and love, and to set boundaries with consequences and to honor them. My voice matters. Maybe you consider yourself imbalanced in your relationships, and you might say to yourself, in relationships, I either over control or I let people walk all over me. In one situation, I try to overmanage all outcomes and force things to go my way. In the other, I give up my needs entirely, hoping to keep the peace. The truth is, both are imbalances. The key is to meet life halfway, taking action when needed, but trusting when it's time to release control. Write down all your thoughts related to this question and listen to this audio as many times as you need to drag out of your subconscious everything that is holding you back from becoming the highest version of yourself. Now, close your eyes, take another deep breath in and out, and bring to mind the insights that came up for you. Let them settle into your awareness without judgment. Know that transformation begins with awareness. By seeing these patterns clearly, you already hold the power to shift them. You are not powerless. You are the creator of your experience. The more you align your mind, your words, your emotions, and your actions with this truth, the more your reality will begin to reflect it back to you. Whenever you are ready, gently open your eyes and take a moment to write down any new thoughts, emotions, or realizations that surfaced. This is your inner work. This is your path to liberation. And to solidify the deeper work that you are doing on yourself, follow it with these powerful affirmations. For the first question, I reclaim my power by shifting my thoughts, knowing that my reality mirrors my beliefs. I am the creator of my experience, and I choose to align with abundance, love, and possibility. Every time I recognize a limiting belief, I replace it with a truth that empowers me. For the second question, I embrace the lessons that life is showing me, knowing that each pattern holds a gift for my growth. I trust my intuition. I break free from old cycles. And I create new, healthy patterns in my life. I no longer resist my emotions. I allow them to flow and reveal their wisdom and transform me. And the affirmations for the last question. I take aligned action while trusting in divine timing and effortless flow. I stand in my truth with confidence and grace, knowing that my voice matters. I release the need for control and embrace the wisdom of balance, knowing when to act and when to trust. A powerful thing to do is to write these affirmations in your notebook for 21 days in a row, to speak them daily while feeling their truth. Embody and integrate them in your being. And while you visualize the truth of each affirmation, you will start attracting synchronicities that will confirm the shift that is happening within you, and you will see miracles happen on a daily basis. Because when you want something badly enough, the universe will conspire to make it happen for you. Godspeed. I love you.